the American dream has really changed throughout time and through generations. It's really interesting to think about how the perception of the American dream has changed through time, because I've had the opportunity to speak with my grandparents and my own parents about this. And for my grandparents, it was really about making good money and owning a home and a car and having a family. While for my parents, they wanted those things too, but they realized once they moved to Los Angeles that those things were not as achievable in the city if you weren't making a lot of money. And also they are a part of a different generation, Gen X, and for them, the economy wasn't in their favor either. They moved to Los Angeles before the 2008 crisis, and so owning a home at that time just wouldn't have been possible for them. But it wasn't really on their radar either, because they had gotten an apartment and they had me, and they were happy with their car and with their small apartment and with one child. So at the time I was an only child. And I was an only child for a long time until my mom remarried later and had my little sister, who's 10 years younger than me. But being an only child, I feel like that really was the reason that I became an artist. If that's weird to say, I don't know. But I say this because art was a way to occupy myself for many hours at a time, and through my whole childhood, basically. I always was drawing, no matter what. I would bring a drawing book with me to literally everything. And even at home, I was always drawing, especially at home, I was always drawing, because my dad would go to work, and then my mom would be at home, and, I feel like I just felt bad to ask her to always play with me, so I would always occupy myself, and I would just be in my room, on the floor, in the sunshine, just drawing away. Or even I would sometimes hide in my closet and draw for hours, just because I liked being contained and alone in a small space, just creating work. At the time, I was just messing around, and I feel like I still mess around now. But forever, my favorite kind of art to make has always been what comes from my mind and my creativity. And I don't like to let myself be too influenced by the outside world, but I will say that I've always been influenced by, animals that I love and movies that I love, but mostly I always stuck with my own head, with my own brain, and I've always loved expressing my creativity. The way I've expressed my creativity from childhood until now is really creating my own characters and my own imaginary worlds, and a lot of that would be monsters that I draw, or just people that I would make up, or fairies and mermaids and sparkles and rainbows, that kind of thing. And I've always just loved using color and creating characters, and that brings me to now, where I'm contemplating what my dream really is. Because ever since childhood, my dream has been to be an artist and be a successful artist, but now it's coming into reality that I'm at art school, and this is actually a real thing that I can do. I can actually be a successful artist. When I was a kid, I didn't know that you could really have a career in art. No one really expressed that to me. I don't know if that was because maybe they wanted me to be more realistic and have a 9-to-5 in the tech world or something like that, but that is definitely not my dream. And I remember when I was in 5th grade, I went to this Pixar exhibit at the Science Center in Los Angeles, and my world literally changed. I realized that this is a real job that you can have, and you're able to go into the industry and work alongside other artists to create these masterpieces that are the Pixar movies and the Disney movies and all that kind of stuff. So that is definitely where I felt my dream click in, was 5th grade at that museum. It just really changed me. Even though the exhibit was more about the more math coding part of it and the 3D animation, I just realizing that it could be a career was the biggest thing for me. And ever since that day, I knew that I needed to go to art school. And that's where I am now, which is crazy. I am so happy to be at art school, and I am 100% pursuing a career in the arts. Right now, my stance is that I want to be a visual development artist and character designer in the industry. So hopefully that's Pixar. I know that's shooting high, but I really feel that if I put my mind to anything, I can get there. And right now, that is my dream. Right now, I'm creating a piece that is myself in the present day, guiding my kid self towards our dreams to be a successful artist. And my present self in the image will be holding the hands of my unknown future self wherever we go with art. So, yeah, I am going to be a successful artist, and I am very happy to be an artist. Art has always been the thing that has brought me the most joy in my life, and I'm just so thankful to be at art school now, and I'm very excited to pursue a career in the arts in the future.